Good morning, Dave Jansen, Jansen Equipment. Just going over the BD 5050 scrubber, popular scrubber. We sell them, can't hardly keep them in stock. We just got 2 in this morning on freight, so good deal. Just wanted to go over this a little bit, how it operates, how it works. It's a floor scrubber, uses water and detergent and scrubs the floor, vacuums it up, leaves it pretty much dry when you're done. So we're gonna go ahead and load this and run it through this floor. We just ran our sweeper over it. So we'll make a few tracks where we ran our sweeper. We'll make a few tracks here where the floor is still really dirty, and you can see how things roll here. Let's go ahead and load it up. So we're gonna go ahead and put in, probably won't fill this all the way up, but it'll hold 13 gallons of water. The reclaim tank is also 13 gallons, so exactly what you put in here is exactly what you can pull up. 13 gallons will go quite a ways on a decently clean swept floor. On a really dirty floor, you're going to be doing this pretty frequently. So my suggestion is get a sweeper, sweep it first, then come in and scrub it, and that'll get the floor just spotless, immaculate, no dust. We got our water in there, we're about half full. We're gonna add our soap. Generally on what I tell people to start with is about 7 to 8 ounces. Move it up to 13. You can go as strong as you want, depending on the soil level on the floor. We're just gonna add about 4 ounces right now. That should be close enough. We don't have a very dirty floor. It's mostly just dust and blown in dirt from the wind we've had lately. Close that up. I'll just go over a couple things. When we do start this, look at that, we got a manual in there. Wastewater is going to come in here. It's going to fill this up. If we have this thing full, when it gets full, this shuts it off, removes the suction so we don't have an overflow situation. To drain that, which we'll go over later, but we're going to just show you how it works now. You just open this up, run it down your drain. So very simple operation, easy to work with. One other thing we'll go through real quick while I got them in my hand, the red and the beige brushes. So the red brush is our standard brush, standard floor. This floor is a red brush floor. If you've got a high polish, a real good shine floor, concrete, or tile, something like that you've got a real high polish to it, you're going to want to use the beige. They don't feel much different when they're dry. It's when they're wet that it makes a lot of difference. This will take the shine off of a high polish floor. This one will not touch it. So we can go more aggressive than this. This is just the 2 that we keep in stock. That's kind of what we get called for the most. Going over the level on the squeegee, set your height with this, set your tilt, and that's your deflection forward and back. This determines your wheel height, so we can run that up or down accordingly. These wheels are just for up against walls that help it spin. Obviously, as you turn the scrubber, the squeegee turns with it. You want that squeegee to have a little slight deflection, but not be bent way back like this. You're going to leave water behind you as you do that. You want a slight deflection, and that way when you come up over something like a concrete seam, it'll be able to dry that up and not leave a bunch of water behind you. So how this thing operates, you got off, you've got scrub and sweep, or I'm sorry, scrub and suction, only scrub, only suction. And you use them for different applications. If you got a spot on the floor that you need to work up, you just go ahead and run the scrubber only, and you can sit there and work that area. When you're kind of done scrubbing and you're coming to the finish, I always switch it over to the suction only, so that you can just finish drying up the floor and you don't have a puddle there at the end. This over here is your detergent water level. Obviously we've got it off here. You can turn it to max. When you put it at max, it's going to put out a lot of water fast. So your squeegee comes along here. You want that to run as level with the floor with light deflection as possible. We're pretty close where we want to be right here. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. We have these, that'll start scrubber rotating. It pulls itself along. Takes very minimal input from the operator. I'm going to go ahead and open up the water here. You'll see it start coming pretty much immediately. And we'll go unbind it. Close to the end of what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch over to just suction. We're just going to pick up right where we went over and leave our pulling to fit. Put it off. We're going to go ahead and drain it out. And that's how it comes out of there. Picked up a lot of dirt. When you're done scrubbing, you definitely want to rinse the scrubber tank out, the waste tank. It picks up a lot of dirt, and you definitely don't want that sitting in here drying up, getting hard. Depending on what you pick up, it'll start to smell pretty good. So you definitely want to rinse the scrubber waste tank down, flush it out good, and then you want to leave that open for a bit. You can let it drain out, let it gravity flow, and then just leave this lid up for an hour or two. Let that kind of drain and dry, and then you're good. So with every scrubber that we sell, we give out one of these. It's a gallon of the Ultra. It's a low foaming, heavy duty detergent, perfect for the scrubber. If we need to go heavier, we can do it. This is just the one we prefer to give out, and it's a great starting detergent for a scrubber. Like I said, you're going to use in between 7 and 14 ounces per tank load, so it's roughly the max concentration is 1 ounce per gallon. We can go heavier if you need to, but if you're needing much more than that, you probably need to step up your detergent a little bit too. So just to show you what a scrubber does and why you need one, if you look at our stripes here that we made, our track, this is the scrubber trail here. It's just slightly damp yet. You can see where the water is on the edges there. Through the middle of this loop is where we ran our sweeper. You can see how much cleaner it is than where we ran the sweeper. And on the outside edge is where we didn't sweep at all and came through with the scrubber. And that just shows you exactly why the scrubber does and is such an awesome tool.